Hello everyone, welcome. Today I'm going to show you how I achieved this look using a full face of some of the hottest new drugstore makeup releases. Before I begin these testing hot new makeup videos, I do like to give you a brief overview of the products that I will be demoing or testing. I have a brand new foundation from Maybelline, well, a brand new foundation and concealer. This is the Plump and Glow foundation that contains niacinamide. I'm a little nervous about this because I do have oily skin, and even the Superstay Lumi Matte is a little bit glowier throughout the day than I personally prefer as someone with very oily skin. But I'm gonna take one for the team and I'm gonna try it. I also have this stick from L'Oreal. It is the Lumi Bronze. I picked up this new eyeshadow from e.l.f. It is called the Glitz Show Shadow Stick. I have spoken in recent videos about how much I like the Tower 28 glittery sticks, so this might be a good dupe or alternative. I have a new mascara from Maybelline. Lots of Maybelline today. Also one of their new Cloudtopia lip and cheek mousses. I did actually speak about this shade, Toasted Sky, in another video. I loved it so much, I went and purchased another shade. So while I have already tested this product, I have not tested this particular shade, which is Moonlit Rose. And then this is a new lip gloss from NYX called Jelly Job. All right, let's get into it. I do not have a new eyeshadow palette to test today, just this e.l.f. shadow stick. So I'm going to do kind of like my usual on my eyes, the usual base for my eyeshadow look, and then test that on the lids, like in the center of my mobile lid. And to do that, I'm going to use one of my favorite affordable eyeshadow palettes of all time. This is Always Naked from Wet n Wild. I'm first going to add a little eyeshadow primer. If you're new to my channel, my skin is quite oily, and I do have extremely oily eyelids as well. And for the past 6 months, maybe even longer, I have just gotten used to doing my eye makeup first. I don't know, it just seems to go faster when I do the eyes first. I used to do my clients' eyes first all the time when I was a freelance makeup artist, but I never really did eyes first on myself until now. Now I'm just going to set that eyeshadow primer, which by the way is from Gerard Cosmetics, with a little powder, a little loose powder. And now I'm just gonna take one of these neutral shades from the palette, like a neutral taupe, and run that on the outer corner of my eye. And because I have hooded eyes, I do like to do my eyeshadow with my eyes open, looking straight into the mirror, so that I am able to get the shadow up high enough above where my natural crease would be if I didn't have hooded eyes. And then I just make little circles and blend it high up enough so that you can see the shadow when my eyes are open. I'm going to do a very simple eye look today because I am going to be putting on something glittery and I don't want it to be too over the top. Although we are getting into the holiday season, so why not? I suppose I could make it a little bit more dramatic. Oh no, I just dipped into the wrong shade. Oops. Oh yeah, so now it's coming out a little bit darker than the other side. Darn it. Okay, well, I just added in a little bit of this brown, so now I have to go back and do that to the other eye. Easy peasy, and this is one of the reasons why I like to do my eyes first these days, is because my eyes are getting more hooded by the week, it seems. So I like to just really take the eyeshadow outwards, just really far out, and then clean it up with some micellar water or a makeup wipe or a micellar makeup wipe. I'm gonna put a little bit of that darker brown that I sort of got in my crease accidentally. And I'm just gonna pat that on the outer corners. And this is really gonna be it for the eyes. I'm just gonna take that new e.l.f. shadow stick and pop that on the lid. Well, and then I'm going to add some eyeliner, so there's a little bit more. So I'm just patting, blending, And as you can see, once again, just I am being very haphazard with this, just bringing it all the way out. It does look kind of dark at the moment. I'm going to take another brush and go into one of these really light shades in the corner and just dust over the whole thing. Just to lighten it up a little bit. And make sure there are no harsh edges. This is one of those trust the process moments. And clean up. So I get that crisp, lifted line. So what shade did I buy? Prism Addict. I purchased this several days ago and haven't opened it because I was waiting until I received some of these other products in the mail that I ordered online. So sometimes I forget. Oh, just like the Tower 28, it's got this little plastic cap on top that you probably do want to keep because it'll help the stick to not dry out. I'm going to apply this the same way I apply the Tower 28, just straight from the tube. Oh, that's very pretty. It's like it has blue sparkles. Very, very holiday-esque. Oh, I like this. Okay, my hand is probably making my camera go out of focus. So you'll probably be able to see it better when I do this eye. I wish I could just do it right into the camera, but I need my magnifying mirror. Some people, do makeup tutorials into their phone and just use their phone as their mirror. Yeah, that's something I can never do. I can barely see what's in the viewfinder a foot away from me. Okay, we're starting off very well. Can I get this cap back on? You got to twist it down first, then put the cap on, then put this cap on. I'm just going to take one of the dark browns from the palette and go right along my upper lash lines. And I'm also doing a bit of a baby wing on the outer corners. I'm doing another quick cleanup. And to tightline, I'm using the Creamy Touch Liner from Can Make. You can buy this on Amazon very inexpensively. I think it's around $6 or $7. All right, and now it's time to try the new Lash Sensational Body Mascara. I purchased brownish black. So this is supposed to give your lashes full body and curve. My lashes need both. I like that when I took this out of the tube, it wasn't all gunky. There's some really nice separation there, no clumps whatsoever. Yeah, it's not giving me much length, but there's some body there, aka volume. It's definitely not pulling out the curl. Nothing to write home about, but it does the job. So if you haven't noticed, I am actually ambidextrous. I am fine using my right hand to apply mascara, but I cannot use my right hand to do my eye makeup, like hold a makeup brush. Actually, the only thing I do with my left hand is apply my makeup and write. Everything else I do with my right hand. Bowl with my right hand, bat with my right hand. I do like this blackish brown color though. I think it's a good fit for my coloring. All right, we're going to move on from the eyes for a moment and try the foundation. Because this is a plump and glow foundation and I'm oily, I'm going to put a mattifying primer underneath. This one is from L'Oreal. It is the Infallible Matte Lock. And I'm going to put this predominantly in my T-zone because that is where I, not surprisingly, get the shiniest. Let me tell you a little bit about this foundation. It says that it is clinically tested to visibly plump and brighten the skin right away upon application, and then to improve the health of your skin over time. It is apparently a 90% skincare formula. It says, let me read it to you, supercharged with niacinamide, a powerful antioxidant that helps refine pores and evens the skin tone, and hyaluronic acid to deeply hydrate and plump skin, minimizing the look of wrinkles. Available in 24 diverse shades. At the time I purchased this, it was online only, so I had to just take a guess at my shade, and I decided on 118. And I'm going to use a foundation brush. I put some on the back of my hand. Let's see the consistency. It's a nice consistency, not super runny. I'm going to prime my brush by really pressing down into the product. And, ooh, I think I may have done well with the match. What type of coverage is this supposed to have? Huh, unless I'm missing it, it does not say on the Ulta website. But I'm getting very, very light coverage. And that one pump didn't get me very far. Okay, I'm going to try to spread it out a little bit more. All right, what have we got now? I've got to flip the mirror around because I can't see. All right, so it's a little bit more than sheer. It's like medium, sheer to medium. Being in this business for so long, I have learned that people's definitions of light, medium, and full coverage vary. People have different opinions on what they consider to be sheer, medium, or full. So shade 118 is looking pretty good, although I am needing to apply quite a bit. It's not super spreadable like other foundations I've tried are. This side looks better than this side. It's definitely not for textured skin, because looking up close, I can really see my pores. Yeah, this is not going to be the best for smoothing texture. But then again, it doesn't claim to be smoothing. So I bought this knowing that it was most likely going to be better suited or best suited for someone with normal to dry or dry skin. I do like the fact that it contains so much niacinamide, because niacinamide is really good for refining the look of pores over time. I'm really proud of my color match this time. Let's see if I did a good job on the concealer as well. This is the Lifter Serum Concealer, and it claims to offer full coverage with 2% peptides for brighter eyes upon application, and just like the foundation, improvement over time. I'll be using shade 20, Light Neutral. What an interesting looking applicator. I'm gonna put a dot right there and right there and right there. And let's see how far we get with just that amount. Oh, it's a little light. Not bad though. That is full coverage, wow. That just made my dark circles vanish. Wow. It blends like a dream. Very nice. I'm gonna bring it down. All right, I haven't seen it up close yet. It's time to flip the mirror around. Oh my goodness. That looks really good. And I didn't even prep my under eyes with any sort of eye cream. I used a little bit less on this side. So yeah, you don't need a lot to get really good coverage. I'm gonna put a little bit around my nose because I didn't get enough coverage in this area from the foundation. I am patting myself on the back for my shade selection this time. As many of you know, I'm not always that great at picking shades online. All right, now we've got to add some bronziness to the skin. I'm feeling very, very pale. L'Oreal Lumi Bronze. I picked up 120 Copper Bronzette, which says it is a medium. Oh, there's a sticker on it. And I'm just going to swipe it on. Ooh, it's very creamy. Yeah, maybe I should have gone with one that's a little bit lighter. This is, oh yeah. I don't know why I'm deciding to contour with a bronzing stick, but I am. Oh, it blends out very easily. I don't like this brush for blending it out though. Oh, yeah, I think I need to try a different brush. This is not good for this product. Okay, I need to go get my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush. This is pricey, but worth every penny. Oh yeah, so much better. Okay, I like this bronzing stick. It remains to be seen if I like it any more or less than the Physicians Formula stick. I'll put a photo of it on the screen. Oh yeah, this blends out so easily. If you notice, I do take some of the bronzer and run it over the top of my eyeshadow, just to give it a more cohesive look. All right, before I set everything with powder, I am going to use the Cloudtopia blush. I have used this on top of powder as well, and it worked fine. It did not lift the makeup, but I thought I'd do something different today and apply it before the powder. So I'm just gonna take my finger, pat it in. A little bit goes a long way, and this is a bright color, so I need to be careful. What a stunning pink. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. I don't think it's coming up as bright on camera, so I'm gonna add a little bit more because I do suffer from a bit of blush blindness. Let's do the other side. Oh. The texture of this mousse blush is so much better than the texture you might remember from the late 90s, early 2000s, the Dream Matte Mousse that they used to have. This is a far cry from that. Love it. My lighting is a little bit bright, so maybe I'll lean back and you can see it a little bit better. Okay, now we're powdering, and I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Blurfection. And I'm actually gonna take a puff and press it into my T-zone because my pores could use some blurring right now. So I'm pressing my puff into the lid where I've placed some powder, and now I'm just pressing and blurring. Can you see what that did for my pores? Just made them go poof. This is such a good powder. I just wish they put more in the container for the price. That's my only gripe about it. When you factor in the amount you get, this powder is more expensive than a lot of high-end powders, unfortunately. All right, now the complexion is looking good. I do feel like I need a little powder bronzer though, because I'm still feeling a little pale. So I just grabbed this Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. I'm gonna do just a soft dusting all over. And a little bit more blush because I think the powder did take away the impact. I don't have a new highlighter to use, but I have a new to me highlighter to use. This is from Catrice. It's called More Than Glow Highlighter. I decided on a whim to buy it from Amazon. So let's check it out. Oh, pretty. I need my glasses to read the name. This is Supreme Rose Beam. So it's got a little bit of a pinkiness to it. Put a little bit underneath the arch of my brow, a little bit here. And I'm gonna put a little bit in my tear ducts as well. Oh no, I wanted to put the e.l.f. stick. Nah, that might be too much. So let's just go with this. Oh, it's great for the tear ducts. Could probably still put the e.l.f. over the top if I wanted to be extra sparkly. Okay, but I do need something along the lower lash line. So I'm gonna use that same brown that I used on the outer corners and just run that along very lightly along the outer corners of the lower lash line. All right, I went ahead and did my brows off camera, and now it's time for lips. I'm gonna line my lips with one of the new lip liners from Morphe. These are so good. They're creamy, they're long lasting. The shades are fabulous. And I think I'm gonna use the shade Honey. It looks like it will go well with this NYX Jelly Job Gloss. It says that it is a full-bodied gloss, so I'm assuming it's not going to be sheer, that it's going to have coverage. So that is why I am not going to be placing a lipstick underneath. How perfect is this Honey shade? I do like that this is not a squeeze tube, that it has an actual gloss applicator. Oh, but it's like, it's silicone. It's not a traditional doe foot. It smells very sweet. Oh my goodness, this color. I forgot that it was supposed to have like a little bit of sparkle in it. It sort of feels like you're frosting a cake with a spatula. As long as this does not run outside my lip lines, I will be thrilled. All right, here is what we've got. I'm gonna go fix my hair, maybe apply a couple corner lashes because this mascara just isn't giving me what I want it to give. And then I will come back and do a recap of my first impressions. All right, here's the completed look. I turned the light down a bit. Is it better? Higher? Ooh, how about that? Let's review. I am really happy so far with this e.l.f. shadow stick. I do have to tell you though, that I feel like the intensity has faded already. The Tower 28 shadow sticks, glimmer sticks, whatever they're called, the intensity of those never changes from application to several hours later. I just feel like this went on very, very sparkly, very intense. Not that it's not still sparkly. I just feel like the intensity has faded. The lifter foundation and concealer. I'm gonna have a caption right here on the screen letting you know how this foundation held up throughout the day, how shiny I did or did not get. The shade, as I mentioned in the demo, 118 is really good. It's a perfect neutral. If you find that foundations either go too pink or too yellow on you, 118 is a fantastic neutral. The Lifter Serum Concealer, first impression, very good. Obviously, I can't say just yet whether or not I feel like it dries my under eyes. Again, I will have a caption on the screen letting you know if I felt like my under eyes did look dry or heavily creased after a couple of hours. The Lumi Bronze Stick, really like the color, really like the blendability. Is it necessary if you already have other bronzing or contouring sticks in your collection? No, it's not anything like that's mind-blowingly good. I do like the texture of this, I do like the size of this, and I did really like, once I blended it out, this particular shade. And I will have all of the shades listed next to the product names in the description box. Unfortunately, with YouTube shopping, they don't yet allow you to always tag specific shades of a product. Oh, the mascara. Like I said during the demo, it's fine. I'm not wowed. What I am wowed by is the Cloudtopia Lip and Cheek Mousses. These are so good. I highly recommend picking up 1 or 2 or 3 of these. There's a coral one I have my eye on. The Morphe lip liners, while not brand new, they are relatively new and they are so good and so affordable. And so far I am loving this Jelly Job lip gloss. It is so shiny. The color is fantastic. The silicone applicator is going to take a minute to get used to, but I like it. We'll see how long lasting it is though. Glosses typically aren't that long wearing, let's face it, but some do have better longevity than others. I do like the size of this gloss. It's perfect just to put in your pocket, or if you're taking an evening bag, evening clutch this holiday season. Just like several items in this video, I purchased this before it was available in stores. I am looking forward to seeing all of the testers in store, because as of right now, I could definitely see myself picking up 1 or 2 more shades in this. So that'll do it for this testing hot new drugstore makeup video. The majority of the remainder of my videos for 2025 will be my best of the year videos, best skincare, best high-end products, best drugstore products. But I will be back to doing my monthly or bi-monthly testing hot new makeup videos in 2026, which are typically a combination of drugstore and mid-end and high-end products. So I will be back to doing those on a more regular basis next year. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I truly appreciate that. Leave me a comment, ask me any questions you have. I do try to respond to as many comments as possible. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, join the Risa Does Makeup family. I do upload new videos at least twice per week. You can also find me over on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. I have the same username on every social media platform. It's Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.